Hello, Leo. This is going to be your X-File spread for the month of October 2018. So let's see how's your ex doing, what is in their mind, what was your relationship like, what didn't go right, what you could do if you wanted to reconciliate, and things like that. So let's see what the cards have in chart for you and your ex this month. So one more shuffle, because I usually pre-shuffle my deck. So let's see, we are going to use 9 cards. Wow. Okay, so as you can see, we have an X spread. We are using 9 cards. The first card represents how the relationship with your ex was and what caused the breakup. The second card represents where are you now? Where do you stand in regards to your ex? The third card represents where is your ex now and how does he stand in regards to you? Then how do you really feel about the reconciliation? How does your ex feel about a reconciliation? What opposes you if you were to get back together? What could help you if you were to get back together? Then what you should do if you wanted to get back together, and a possible outcome for now, for the month of October. Okay, so let's get into it. How is your relationship and what caused the breakup? And we have the 3 of Swords. Well, there is no more obvious card than the fact that it was a lot of heartbreak. Heartbreak caused by lack of emotions, I can say. Being left out in the cold. Somebody was left out in the cold, and I somehow feel that it was you that was left out in the cold. But I feel that it was a lot of misunderstanding when it comes to logic. Like probably you are dealing with a very logical person that had very how to say, had a very logical brain, had a very logical mind, knew exactly what I wanted, how to get what I wanted. It was quite some lack of emotions, and a Leo without the manifestation of the other person's emotion is getting numb. Like the Leo has the tendency to close themselves, because a Leo needs to be shown appreciation and how attracted they are, how attractive they are, how lovable they are. You always need to say big words to a Leo to tell them how charming they are, how lovable they are. And if you are dealing with a logical person, probably an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, well, they are not so very manifested when it comes to emotions, so probably the Leo felt left out in the cold. But it was a heartbreak. It was a heartbreak caused by the logics, by the difference between logics of the 2 partners. Where are you now? Well, we have the Wheel of Fortune. You probably feel blessed that you got rid of your ex. You feel that it was, this is how it was meant to be. Like, this is how I get this card, that you believe that this is how it was meant to be. If it was not meant to be, it's not meant to be. What can I do about it? Like, this breakup caused a bit of awakening, a spiritual awakening into you, and probably you believe that it's the hand of the destiny, it's the hand of the faith, that you gave everything that you could have given. You've done everything that you could have done. Of course, we never do that. We can never do that. But you are feeling you believe just that it was not meant to be, and if you were to get back together, it would be the hand of destiny. It could be like the stars would align in order for you to get back together. So it's a bit of a dramatical approach that you have, because you don't take too much responsibility when it comes to this breakup. So, and I think it's well, because it's good to protect yourself with this, but I don't know how realistic you are with having this approach. Like, yes, true, if things are not coming up naturally, if things are not coming up smooth, then, and if there is too much fighting to do, then probably things are just not meant to be. How does your ex feel about you and about the entire situation? Well, he needs to heal. This is the card of leaving the past behind and going into the world in order to find the missing two cups. And this is a card of healing. This is a card of leaving the past where the past should be. And if you were to get back together, it would be a brand new start. It would be nothing based on what it already happened. It would be just simply new, as in, probably if you were to meet, their approach would be, "Hi, I am Alex." I'm just saying a name, but yeah, it's healing that your ex needs to do in regards to you, and moving away from this. Then, how do you really feel about a reconciliation? We have the Two of Swords, and you believe that this is a choice to be made, like, but a choice in two. Like, not only one of yous to believe that, yeah, we should get back together. This should be a rational, logical, well thought about decision in both of your heads, theirs and yours. Also, you believe that if you were to get back together, you should come naked, as in no appearances, no masks, your true colors. And to decide with an open heart, with an open mind, with everything that you are. Yeah, but it's a choice, it's a common choice. So you are a bit logical when it comes to this, but I also feel that you would reconsider a getting back together, a possible getting back together, but you consider it to be that it's necessary for it to be logical, with the cards on the table, with a good talk, and after that, like, you tell your opinion, they tell their opinion, you tell how you feel, they tell you how they feel. Like, a communication is the key, and deciding mutually, like, you would not do anything unless you would feel that your ex would want the same thing. And this is also probably a bit a card of your ego. Like, why should I do anything if my ex is not doing anything? Why should I say anything if they are not saying anything? You know, like, you are seeking for that mutuality, but you are not willing to do anything until you hear from your common friends that they are searching for you, or that they are missing you, and then if you have that kind of information, you are ready to make a step. But if not, no. What do they really feel about a reconciliation? And we have the Five of Swords, and this card is all about individuality. You standing against everybody else. It's a bit of a paranoia card as well, but also it's a card of choosing to leave the battle, choosing to leave the fight, because this suits you better. Fighting like your ex no longer wants to fight. Your ex no longer wants to have individual approaches when it comes to the relationship, and probably this is what caused the breakup as well, because it was you and them, it was not you together, and probably that was the cause of multiple fights and of multiple misunderstanding, that it was your way and their way, your feelings and their feelings, your thoughts and their thoughts, and not many common goals. And this is what individuality is all about. If you were to come together as a couple with common goals, with common decisions, with common thoughts, it's sort of similar than of what you think as well. So I feel, since you both have swords, I believe that you have been both considering, or at least thinking about, a reconciliation. But you want it to be common, and they want to leave individuality behind and come together as a whole. Then what opposes you? The fact that you are stuck in the past. If you are to get back together, I feel that you should start brand new, but both of you are holding to the past. Both of you are considering the pain and the misunderstandings, and I feel that you are mainly holding to the negativity of the relationship. What didn't work? What didn't function? What stood against you? What opposed you? Why the fights? The everything. And you are holding back towards the lack, what you are lacking in the relationship, and this is what holds you back. The fact that you cannot for now see the goods, the positive in the relationship, and probably work from there, because once you see the good, you can also see the possibility of growing that good. But if you are holding the memories only of the bad, only of what it was lacking, then you are not only that you are not having a realistic approach on what really happened, but also you feel miserable. You feel miserable. You feel gray. Look how gray this card is, and it's only the few minimalistic things that are holding you back, like how, I'm sorry to say that, but how the French people are still feeling the glory of Napoleon, although that happened over a century ago. So it's the glory of the past times, but you are holding to the glory of the best times, or of the past best times, but you are not willing to grow from there. What could help you? Again, you cannot get a better or more explaining card than this. Leaving the past behind, leaving the monotony behind, leaving the past behind, and seeing that there is more good than bad, because both of you, as I said, you have the tendency to look at what was bad, what didn't work, what made you suffer, and you are not seeing the good that happened, the positivity that happened, and this makes you not only nostalgic, but in a bad way when it comes to your past relationship, to your ex. But also the fact you don't see that there's still place to grow. There is place to grow, but you are choosing not to grow because you base your decision on the past. If you were to base your decision on what could happen, not on what happened, then I believe that you would have a far different approach, and your decision to get back together would be totally different. Because I don't see that it was very, very bad. It was, I feel that for you, your ego was hurt. You were hurt because you felt left out in the cold, and they hurt in the brain. They hurt because they couldn't see a logical future with you. They couldn't, like, A plus B didn't equal C. And that's the kind of persons that they were. a very logical 1 plus 1 always equals 2, always. But for you, 1 plus 1 sometimes equals -1, sometimes equals 3, because you are an opportunist and you always see the possibility, but not when it comes to your ex. So this tells me that you have very strong feelings for them still. What should you do if you wanted to get back together? The 10 of Cups. Like, what can I say more? Like, the possibility of you being the 10 of Cups is great. But in order to do that, you have to give up your ways and you have to give up the past and to consider the present and to consider the future, because that's why they are an ex. They are an ex because you could not find the 10 of Cups. But if you were to follow him or her, if you were to follow your ex in their quest to find the 2 missing cups, because they have the 8 of Cups and then you too have 10 of Cups, like it was your relationship had a lot of potential, so it's not too much missing out there. And if you were to search for what was missing together, to search if you were to fully and openly give your cup of love, and if they were to fully and openly give their cup of love, then you would have the 10 of Cups, because 8 plus 2 equals 10. So it's totally coming naked and with just accept the way that you feel about each other and start working hard and start fighting for what you really want, because I feel that this is what you really want, both of you, the 10 of Cups. And the possible outcome for now, well, it looks like neither of you are totally ready, because you are thinking of the other. What would the other say? I don't want to feel you. I don't want to appear vulnerable. I don't want to appear weak to my ex. Like, it's these kinds of thoughts, and neither of you are ready to openly and to fully give into it once again. And that's why you have the Knight of Swords, because you there's 2 possibilities here. Like, if you strike hard and if you go to your ex and tell, look, I really love you, I really want you back, I really want us to work together, I really want us to fight together, but I feel that it's you that has to do that, because it's swords once again and it's their brain once again. So I feel it's your choice. If you were to go and strike into where they need, because you already know them, you already know what they want to hear, and you already know if you can offer what they want, and to become an example of approaching, if you were to be that and to just strike, to know what you really want and to go for it, regardless of possible consequences, regardless of, like, if you really want, you should go and you should do and you should fight and you should strike, and you should just use your brain to the fullest and figure out the way, find the solution. And probably now you're listening to this and you're like, but why me? Well, because you have feelings for one another, and because probably since they were the logical part of the relationship, they feel it's your choice. And definitely it is your choice, because you have the 2 of Swords. It's your choice, it's your decision, it's your logic brain that needs to put it together. And if you do that, they are ready to give up their ways and to create things together. But they have to see that in you first. So if you really want your ex, freaking strike for it, find the solution and go find them and talk to them and tell them that you love them, tell them that you want to work it out, and just fully and openly and nakedly express the way that you feel. Okay, my dearies, this is what I have for you. So take care of yourselves. Have a very blessed month. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye, bye, bye.